Once again, Gabriel is dreaming. Unless he's woken up in Huber's bedroom. Naked Gabriel? Wearing nothing but the talisman?
She sounds delightful. I'd love to meet her.
Oh, she's a hoot, all right. Just pretend you don't have a penis around and you'll be fine. Got this inborn need to rip them off.
Now I'm really intrigued.
Are you talking about Grace?
This one time, I'd gone off to this, party, you might say. And it was getting a bit hairy. Well, Gracie...
Hello.
Detta. Come here, Kleiner.
You're being shown up, Gabriel.
Detta does not speak English, but then she has her own methods of communication.
As we all.
I should leave you two kids alone.
Oh, don't be silly.
Is she open to that sort of thing? Did we really go to sleep upstairs? Because we made our way back to the farm and we had that creepy scene outside where the wolf was looking at us.
Friedrich, I can't just take your date.
Why not? I didn't expect her tonight. And for some reason I don't find myself in that mood. Besides, from what you've told me, you live like a monk down south at that castle. Your body needs some attention. Detta. Zeige ihm sein Schlafzimmer.
Oh god, they're going to the bedroom. I understand Schlafzimmer. The question is, are we going to wake up with bite marks on us? Maybe she's the alpha. Also, just looking at her back there, she looked kind of very, very masculine. Hopefully I'm not offending anyone by saying that. Yeah, that look on his face, I'm worried. I'm deeply worried about this. If she is a werewolf though, will that talisman protect me? Oh dear. You were good for an entire year, Gabriel. Oh, dude. Okay, he clearly sees a medallion, so at this point, if he knows anything about the Ritters, the Schwarzenjägers, he would know. You're a bit too close to me, dude. Just a little bit too close to me. He touches the medallion. Does it hurt him at all when he touches it? If he didn't know before, he does now. Whoa. If it turns out you're Ludwig reincarnated, I'm going to throw a table. Would that make sense? That could make sense, couldn't it? Oh god. Where is this game going? Right, so is it morning, afternoon? Nice. Middle of the night? Error, VMD missing text. I have some business to attend to, didn't read all of that. I'm very confused by what happened at the end of the previous chapter, chapter 3. We rocked up at Lockham, we saw a dead animal, and then we saw wolf eyes from the forest looking at us.
Just thinking about Von Glauer's place gives me a hangover. I'll see him this afternoon. I don't need to do anything else at the lab.
Alright, I'm just going to put a briefcase in here. And that will do. I'm back. Fair warning, I'm coughing my lungs up at the moment. I'll do what I can with the recording, but I'm feeling a bit sick. So we can't go back here.
Just thinking about Von Glauer's place gives me a hangover. I'll see him this afternoon.
And I've been thinking overnight, if Von Glauer really is Ludwig, I feel a bit disappointed by that because I think it's too obvious. What we saw at the end there is we saw Von Glauer touching Gabriel, and we heard about Ludwig's sexuality, and I think that's, I don't want to say a little bit close to home, but I think it's a little bit too obvious that the only character we've seen or heard do something similar is Ludwig, and now Von Glauer is doing it.
I don't need to do anything else at the lab.
We are still locked out at the university. Oh, we can go to the police station. Okay.
The American P.I.
Criminal Commissar Lieber. I couldn't just call you KKL, could I?
Sit down.
No, you cannot. That's terrible.
How about KKK?
Gabriel? Yeah, that's the reaction you deserve. Jesus, dude, you can't say that. Right, has anything changed in here?
At least he's neater than Detective Mosley. Probably nothing of interest back there. Besides, I can't see past the commissar's big head.
Any new murders?
I'm sure nothing's changed since the last time I looked at the map.
I'll take that as a no.
I don't want to discuss anything heavy till I've picked up my tape recorder.
I'm sorry, you left it there overnight? Oh my god, you did. That icon's blank. Okay, I think we might be done here.
I don't want to discuss anything heavy till I've picked up my tape recorder. See ya.
Thank you, Lieber. It was nice seeing you. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel as well. Alright, we can go back to Marienplatz to the hunting club and grab our recorder. What's new here?
I don't need to go back to the Yuba's place right now.
I can't go back there.
I don't need to go back to the Yuba's place right now.
That's the first time we've seen that. I don't know why, but I'm a bit scared by that. That is our home. I mean, we slept there overnight. Hey, yeah, can we talk about that? Where did we sleep last night? We saw ourselves pull in here at the end of chapter 3, but at the start of chapter 5, we've woken up here. I assume it's, again, overnight, but I don't fully understand what happened there. The zoo?
No point in going back in there at the moment.
Alright, so we're going to Marienplatz because we have literally nowhere else to go.
Looks like this isn't the first time there's been a shadow over Munich.
Nothing new there. What's about you?
I don't think she speaks much English. Besides, she only wants to talk about white sausages.
Does this work today? It does.
Can I have some of that, Weisswurst?
6 Mark, bitte.
No idea if that's expensive or not.
Dankeschön.
Bitte.
We have white sausage. Why? I have no idea.
Don't these sausages look a little pale to you? Maybe I'll just hold on to them.
I've got no idea why we could do that today and not the other days. My immediate thought is maybe we'll use that as bait later today. My lawyer, you've got a letter for me.
Guten Morgen, Gabriel. Another envelope came from Rittersberg. A request for me and a letter for you.
The request for you would be the permit. Are we going to hear about it?
I don't want to discuss anything heavy till I've picked up my tape recorder.
Alright. It really wants us to go to the hunting club. Race to Gabriel, lesser 3.
Gabriel, I've been busy on this case, and it's starting to pay off. Thought I'd fill you in. There's definitely something going on with Ludwig II. I'm pretty sure he was involved with a werewolf. In fact, he was probably turned into one himself. Anyway, something happened to him on this hunting trip, and afterwards he fits the profile in the lore book to a T. It's really fascinating. There's an American couple here, the Smiths. They're from Pennsylvania, if you can believe it. Mrs. Smith has been telling me all about your fortune, and she's sure you're tied in with Ludwig somehow. She also told me to warn you to beware the Black Wolf. Have you learned anything about that yet? So don't tell me where you're staying, as if I care. Really, we're supposed to be a team, Gabriel. I'm holding up my end.
Oof.
I've about done all I can down here, and if you want, I can join you there soon. Perhaps I'll see something I recognize from my research. I'm serious. Grace.
Christ, she's losing it. Ludwig II, a werewolf. Yeah, right.
No, based on the evidence, what we've seen in Chapter 4, and that chapter was a doozy, it is definitely plausible that Ludwig became a werewolf. He had an accident on a hunting trip, you know, maybe a similar hunting trip to the one that we're about to go on, and he became a werewolf afterwards. She's a little bit narky here though, and I don't blame her. She asked for an address, and she did not guess it.
I'm off. See you, Harry.
Goodbye.
I'm annoyed we can't ask him about the research that the secretary was going to do overnight. We really need to get that tape recorder first. I'm not going to go back in there. I doubt there's anything useful in there. Has anything changed in here?
I've already got a watch, thank you.
What about the glockenspiel? Still nothing.
Lots of Nietzsche and Kant. I don't understand that stuff even when it's in English.
Let's go. Oh, they're not here today.
They're busy.
Damn it, I clicked on that thinking we're looking at that little poster on that trash can or whatever. But no, we're looking at this fountain again. And once again, I've got no idea what it's for. I don't see anything we can actually investigate here. Maybe later. I've got nothing to post.
I'd give it a shot, but I don't speak the language.
Alright, here goes.
54 Dienastrasse.
Zava.
The men will be meeting here later today for the trip. I'm sure they won't wait for you, so you might want to be on time.
I'll be here. Sweet of you to worry, though.
Also, did you figure out what we did with your keys?
I'm not in the mood to communicate with the dead today.
That's wow.
I'm not in the mood to communicate with the dead today.
I'm going to save that for a few people I know at work. Wow. That's a way of putting it. Jesus. These doors.
I don't think I'm gonna get down there again. It just leads to a back alley. Nice plan.
The plant served me well. Right, here's the tape recorder here.
And I thought Germans only drank beer. And I thought, I don't think I should get too comfy around here.
Is it still here? I'll take that as a yes. My God, leaving that there was a massive risk. If they spotted it, you would probably be dead by now. Okay, nothing new here, but I think we have an additional tape there now. The Von Zell Conversations tape, which is most likely in German. Conversation Hunt's Club meeting.
I recorded some of Von Zell's conversation. Last night. Unfortunately, it's in German.
Apologies for that, did not mean to double click. Alright, so we know someone who can translate that. Would you be interested?
I'm not in the mood to...
That would lead to a game over, I think. Right, let's go have a chat to our lawyer. He can definitely translate that for us. And hopefully he's trustworthy enough not to send us up the river by mistranslating it or anything nussy like that. We'll skip that. Can you tell me what's on this, please?
Can I bother you for another favor? I need something translated, and I need somebody I can trust to do it.
And you're asking me? You obviously don't know German lawyers.
Harry, you're such a kidder.
I don't think he's kidding. Not in the legal definition, anyway.
Okay. Here it is.
Wir müssen miteinander reden.
We should talk?
Nein.
No?
Es ist meine Karriere, verdammt noch einmal. Vielleicht sogar mehr, wenn die...
Police?
His career is in danger even if the police...
Ich habe Ihnen doch gesagt, nicht darüber zu sprechen.
I told you not to speak of it.
Aber ich denke mir, dass die Polizei bereits weiß, dass unsere Wölfe nichts damit zu tun haben. Die können einen Test machen an den Körpern.
The police must know that our wolves are not responsible. There are tests they can perform on the bodies.
Okay, so that's Klingman.
Ihre geflüchteten Wölfe sind keine Killer. Was soll's? Halten Sie nur Ihren Mund. Sie sind damit besser dran.
So, your escape wolves are not the killers. What's the problem?
Aber Herr Knight, er kam gestern Morgen zu meinem Büro. Er hat viele Fragen gestellt.
He says you've been asking a lot of questions.
Worüber?
About what?
Über die Wölfe.
About the wolves.
No, keep going.
Who are these men?
Just friend. I think there's more.
They're related to that receipt you translated.
Was ist los, von Eigner? Ich muss mit jemand anderem reden.
He doesn't want to talk, says he has someone else to speak to.
Ich habe mir gedacht, wissen Sie etwas über Großbergs Tod?
Großberg's
Do you know
death?
anything about Großberg's death?
Wieso sollte ich?
Why the hell should I?
Nun, ganz einfach. Ich gab Ihnen seinen Namen.
I gave you his name.
Und?
And
Herr Knight fragt mich, ob ich Großberg kenne.
he says you asked him if he knew Großberg.
Was?
Someone's angry.
I think I know what happens next.
You know, it would be a great tragedy if the Ritterline were to die out. A great, great tragedy. I'm not just talking about for the sake of our firm, but
I know what I'm doing, Harry.
I don't think you do, Gabriel. Wait, that's it? Oh, come on, translate the rest.
Harry nearly had a heart attack the first time.
Oh, come on.
Harry nearly had a heart attack the first time.
We don't get a translation of that or a transcript of that, do we?
Von Zell's conversations are certainly interesting.
So Klingman was definitely speaking at some point. Von Eigner was definitely speaking. Thing is, my German's not that good and I have enough trouble telling voices apart with English, so I don't know if Von Zell was asking the hard questions there at the end or making the threats, so to speak. I wish there was a transcript of that. We're not going to get anything. Ugh. Alright, immediate thought is let's take that to the police. There we go. What did your secretary dig up?
Have any luck with that missing person search?
Oh, of course, I forgot. Frau Hogel dropped off something this morning. Yes, there are 2 forest areas where missing persons incidents are concerned. The Nationalpark Bayerischer Wald and the Naturpark Schwäbisch-Fränkischer Wald. Frau Hogel checked both these areas back 10 years. Between 1960 and 1969, there were only 1 to 2 cases a year in the Bavarian National Forest area. Between 1970 and 1990, there were 10 to 12 cases each year. Oh. In 1991, it went up to 17, then went back down to 12 in 92 and 93. The Schwäbisch-Fränkischer Wald figures are similar.
Curious.
Does something ring a bell?
If it does, I should be able to hear it loud and clear. I'm leaving this afternoon for the Bavarian National Forest.
Can we push it up to 18? I didn't get the numbers before 1970. I was struggling to scribble any of that down.
I don't have anything else to say right now.
Again, interesting information. I wish we had a transcript of that.
Well, I'm off. See you, Harry.
Goodbye.
Nothing new there. Alright, so let's have a chat to Commissioner Lieber. There's nothing new on the map.
Mr. Knight.
Kommissar Lieber?
Sit down.
Different intro. Alright. Can I talk to you in general? Yes.
What's the status on the case?
There's nothing new that I can share with you.
Is there anything new that you can't share with me?
I had to do a quick cut and replay there because I accidentally skipped the last part of that conversation. You know, the part where they were awkwardly staring at each other. Look at those figures again. 1970 is when they kicked in. The cases were 1 to 2 before that for the missing persons. And then after 1970, loads of people went missing. So if we can tie those dates to the club, that's a start.
Okay, let's try this. You haven't found the zoo wolves yet.
No.
Have you caught anything yet?
No.
Why am I not surprised?
Sounds like you're doing a competent job. Rosberg's accounts book. That's going to be related to the phone call that we made yesterday, but I don't know where Gabriel's going with this exactly. The Von Eigner connection, perhaps?
Kind of a funny thing. I talked to Grossberg's assistant. It was a fluke, really. But she mentioned you guys took some of Grossberg's ledgers.
I told you to stay out of our business, Knight.
True, true. Why did you guys take ledgers if Grossberg was just a random victim?
As long as this case is open, I'm going by the book. That means a standard background check on the victim.
Find anything?
I don't think anyone's looked yet. We'll probably assign one of the younger men to do it. As you say, Grossberg was a random victim.
Was he?
Did I say that?
Did we say that in this conversation just now? Where are you?
I have to load a tape. Kind of a funny thing, I talked to Grossberg's assistant. Kind of a funny thing,
Sorry, didn't mean to click there.
Grossberg's assistant. It was a fluke, really. But, she mentioned you guys took some of Grossberg's ledgers.
I told you to stay out of our business, Knight.
True. Why did you guys take ledgers
If we said anything about a random victim, it was earlier. I don't think we said it, and Gabriel seemed a bit confused by that as well. But he's not potentially a random victim. Von Eigner knows him.
I don't suppose you'd let me take an eensy-weensy look at Grossberg's ledgers?
Absolutely not.
What if I could prove that Grossberg wasn't a random victim?
You're crazy.
Am I?
Look, if you have information, I want to know what it is now.
What information?
We just told you what information.
5 minutes with the ledgers. If Grossberg was a random victim, my looking won't matter. And if not, I may be able to help you out. You get nothing to lose either way.
I don't believe you know anything. No papers.
Sinister. Once again, had to do cutting there because I've got Parkinson's today. I'm clicking things multiple times. Yeah, Grossberg's name is mentioned on this tape. Grossberg's death. But how are we going to play this?
If I can convince you I do know something new about this case, will you let me see Grossberg's ledgers?
I'm listening.
Good. Keep it up.
Aber ich denke mir, dass die Polizei bereits weiß, dass unsere Wölfe nichts damit zu tun haben. Die können einen Test machen an den Körpern.
Gut. Ihre geflüchteten Wölfe sind keine Killer. Was soll's? Halten Sie nur Ihren Mund. Sie sind damit besser dran.
Aber Herr Knight, er kam gestern Morgen zu meinem Büro. Er hat viele Fragen gestellt.
Worüber?
Über die Wölfe.
So he hears us asking lots of questions about the wolves.
Ich habe mir gedacht, wissen Sie etwas über Grossbergs Tod?
Here we go.
Wieso sollte ich?
Nun, ganz einfach. Ich gab Ihnen seinen Namen. Und?
You were...
The ledgers first, please.
Starter, bringen Sie Grossbergs Papiere herein.
I feel it would be more efficient to just arrest us on the spot.
Danke, Starter. Das ist alles.
That is all.
I'm going out for some coffee. You'd better have something important to tell me when I get back, Knight. Or you'll learn more about German law enforcement than you ever cared to know.
So he cut that conversation off when he said, I give you his name. But we didn't hear anything useful after that, according to our lawyer. The conversation just went in a completely different direction. Okay, we've got the ledgers, but what's the purpose of that? Where are we going with this? And we just cracked the 400 mark. I can't look at those now that he's moved his head. Oh my god. Gabriel, We can see behind there at last, and you're ignoring us.
I'm sure nothing's changed since the last time I looked at the map. At least he's needed.
Can I actually exit here? That seems like a terrible idea.
If I leave now, I'll never get another look at those papers. If I leave now...
Good. What's in here? I guess this might be related to what we saw in the ritual room as well. I can't read that. Some Langstrasse, that's an address. Dates. Exhaust. I've got no idea what this means. Can I copy this? No. Oh, what is with that music? Oh, that's destruction of evidence, dude.
Schneider! Kommen Sie her und nehmen Sie die Papiere weg.
What now, Gabriel?
All right. Spill it.
Herr Dr. Klingman from the zoo?
Yes?
He belongs to a men's club, right? And the guy that was asking about Grossberg, well, he's in that club too. Ditto the third guy, the one with the personality of a pit bull.
Go on.
Bonsell.
The guy that was asking about Grossberg, he was listed in one of Grossberg's address books. They knew each other. In the club, these fellas all patronize is only blocks from where Grossberg was killed. Coincidence? I don't think so.
It's literally next door.
Good work. We'll have the club investigated immediately. You'll have to leave that tape here.
Wait a minute. I'm already in with these guys. You go in there with your SWAT troop and my stool pigeon days are over.
Sorry, but I'm in charge of this case, and now I have a lead. I can't depend on a civilian to do my job. What's the name of this club?
The Friendly Wanderer. It's near the university.
Alright, we're screwed.
Okay. I appreciate the information, but as of now, I want you to disappear. We'll handle everything.
Sure, I understand. Good luck, Lieber.
The tape?
The evidence.
Sucker.
I'm guessing we did not give him the correct tape. New destination. Grossberg's contact Dawn.
I don't want to talk to Lieber. Besides, he's probably out looking for the Friendly Wanderer Club.
The moment we go back in there, we're going to get arrested.
I don't need to do anything else at the lab.
It's fortunate that he set a few blocks, because that club is right next door to the crime scene. Okay, ripped out ledger page from Grossberg's account book.
Exports, exotics. It'd be nice to know what all of this meant.
Can my lawyer translate it, perhaps?
Lonzel's conversations are certainly interesting.
Did we hand over the splice tape? No, we still got that. So I'm guessing Gabriel just tossed a random empty tape at him. When he goes to investigate that, he's going to be pissed with us. Hell, he might even arrest us.
I don't have anything else to say right now.
What do you make of this?
I'm not sure why I'd want to show him that.
Okay, so that actually makes sense with the subtitle now.
I'm not sure why I'd want to show him that.
It's taken a while, but we got there.
No point in going back in there at the moment.
I don't need to go back to the Yuba's place right now.
Just thinking about Von Glauer's place gives me a hangover. I'll see him this afternoon.
Okay, let's go to Buchenau. Once again, apologies if I'm not pronouncing that correctly. Resberg's contact Dawn.
That's me, Gabriel Knight.
Is Langstrasse his last name? I don't think so. I think Strasse means street. So, Dawn at Langstrasse 41. Okay.
Hello, are you Mr. Dorn?
Yes. What do you want?
My name is Knight. I'm an associate for Grossberg's.
Grossberg. That son of a bitch owes me a lot of money. Now he's dead. Who's going to pay me, huh?
I'll be handling Grossberg's accounts. If you could just tell me what services you perform for him exactly, I can get you a check right away.
I don't talk to nobody about what I do. You pay me what I'm owed. Maybe you and I can do business together. Otherwise, I've had enough of Grossberg and his associates.
How much do we owe you?
Exports, exotics. It'd be nice to know what all this meant.
Is that really it? 14,000 Deutschmarks?
You again. Do you have the money Grossberg owed me?
You wouldn't take a traveler's check, would you?
No.
Good response.
Didn't think so. I don't think he'll take a trade. I don't have anything like 14,000 Deutschmarks in my wallet.
Oof.
I don't think he'll take a trade.
Can't stand here all day. Come back when you have the cash. Don't come back at all.
That musical sting. Oh, we get kicked out immediately. But we can go back. Okay, so he might have some information for us, but I need to rustle up a load of cash.
I don't need...
No. I don't. Just...
And I assume I need to do it here somehow. Do we have anything we can trade him? I know he said a trade won't work, but maybe we can say we are an author and this is our new manuscript. It's going to be a bestseller. Nothing here is jumping out at me apart from the manuscript perhaps, which seems like a terrible idea.
Gabriel. Come.
So our estate is paid up. Do you have any spare cash? You do.
Could you pull some cash for me from the Ritter account?
Sure. How much do you need?
14,000 marks.
Are you sure it's wise to carry so much?
It won't be for long.
I won't be carrying it long.
Exactly.
All right. Frau Hogel, gehen Sie zur Bank und holen Sie mir 14.000 Mark vom Ritterkonto ab. Ja, schönen Dank. Perhaps you'd like to make out a will while we wait?
I did suggest that earlier.
How about if I just leave everything to you?
I wish you would leave everything to me.
Dang. Very poignant.
Thanks, darling.
Gabriel. You were doing so well. And then something happened last night. Alright, we're rich.
I don't have anything else to say right now.
We have 14,000 Deutschmarks.
Easy come, easy go, I guess.
And a massive wallet.
I'm off. See you, Harry.
Goodbye.
And it's actually in cash. It's not like a check or anything else. Are we going to get mugged on the way down these stairs? Surprisingly nice.
You again. Do you have the money Grossberg owed me?
I feel like we should have come back with 15,000, just to make him happy. Interest and all that.
$14,000 marks. In cash.
This guy's thinking, how can I make more money out of you?
Come in. Please.
What kind of place is this? Are we going to find a weird moth in here or something?
Not good, huh? The smell. These stinking animals. No matter how much I spray them down, they smell.
Some creatures are like that, yes.
I'd be interested in hearing your business plan, Herr Knight.
Well, I mean, I've got a plan, and that is to immediately save my game, because I feel like I might be in danger here. Can I stab this guy? No. Well, let's take a look around.
These animals are filthy. Hungry, too. I'd like to put Dorn in one of these cages and leave him there.
Right, but what was Dorn up to? Just looking at Von Eigner, he was involved with the meat and brewery industries. So yeah, this might be a butchery of some sort. Perfect place to hide a body, perhaps.
If I ever solve this case, I'll sick Liebe on this guy.
Exotic animal. Oh, fuck. I didn't see that in the cutscene. It wasn't there in the cutscene, but now it's showing up. The animals in here have been imported, I guess, from other countries. Yeah, okay, that's what Von Zell was saying, wasn't he? They were killed legally.
If I ever solve this case, I'll sick Liebe.
This guy was involved. We can go out, we can come back in, I assume.
Come in. Come in.
Nothing different?
What can I do for you, Herr Knight?
I wouldn't be showing our backs to this guy. So this guy supplied the animals, I guess. the animals for the trophy room. Just want to make sure there's nothing different here. He says, come in, come in. Gabriel knocks on the door and then looks to the side. Yeah, that's the same. Alright, so let's ask some very tricky questions. And I understand now that's... Where is it? That's referring to animals. Christ.
What kind of exotics did you get for Grossberg?
Anything. Cats he mostly got. Things that make good coach, you know. Things you can't get on the market. But for you, you pay cash up front. I get you anything.
Can you get hippopotamuses?
Okay. Maybe not anything. But most things I can get. You need some cats soon, huh? Gorilla. I can get gorilla.
Well, it's possible. I'll let you know.
I agree. I completely agree. We need to sick Libra on you.
Did Grossberg harvest the furs, or did you?
Me? I do it. Only cost 250 marks extra, and I do a good job. You get the skin all clean for that. Not the meat. You pay more for the meat.
Naturally.
But every few months, Grossberg, he wanted the whole thing live. I don't know what he did with those. I don't ask questions.
I think I know.
Was Grossberg actually a member of this club? I don't think he was. But he would have passed them on to the club through von Eigner or someone, and they would have let them loose in the woods and hunted them down. Or maybe they didn't even let them loose in the woods. Maybe they just shot them and said, oh, we killed these guys. I don't know.
Did you talk to Grossberg before he died?
Yeah, sure. A few days ago. I called the bastard for my money. He told me about you, you know.
What?
He did?
Yeah, sure. Said he had a new business partner. And that soon he would have much money and could pay me everything. I thought he was lying. Now you show up. It's good for me he was telling the truth.
Yeah.
He thinks we are Von Zell, but he doesn't have Von Zell's name.
Hey, how did Grossberg's export go?
Okay. Usually I bring animals in, not sell them out. I worked hard to find someone to take those two.
Those two? What were those two? Would they be two wolves, perhaps?
Oh, where did the exports end up, anyway?
Taiwan. A zoo, they said. But I don't believe it. The restaurant is what I think.
Do they sell wolf meat at Taiwanese restaurants?
Why not? They sell tiger. Those people, they eat anything.
There were two wolves, right?
Yeah, sure. Male and female.
Now we know. So, what happened here? Someone let the wolves out. Apparently it was an accident. And I'd love to know when this happened. When did he smuggle the wolves out? Because if we knew that, we'd be able to line it up pretty much perfectly. But maybe the wolves were recaptured, or maybe they were never, let loose in the first place. They were given to you and they were exported out.
Could I see where you kept the wolf?
Yeah, sure. I kept them both in the last cage on the right. The one against the wall.
We're going back to the lab, very clearly.
I'm not sure what else to say.
Oh, this guy's a creep.
If I ever solve this case,
Okay, we can go down here now. We're turning our back to this guy.
If I ever...
That seems like a really bad idea. It's so fucked up though. Talking about skinning cats and whatnot. Ugh. I don't suppose there'll be a sample of Canis lupus lupus in here? So wolves escaped the zoo, or escaped the zoo in air quotes, and there's been a bunch of killings which they've attributed to these wolves even though they're nowhere in the area.
These animals are filthy. Hungry too. I'd like to put Dorn in one of these cages and leave him there.
Yeah, he doesn't look like the sort of guy who could fight his way out just quietly. Those stock sound effects. Are you actually in that cage, or are you seeing things? Or did Dawn say, oh, you can just go in that cage, you'll be fine? Okay, I suspect I know what we're using the sausage for.
That cat is just waiting for me to stick my arm in there again.
Cute kitty. Big kitty. Is the kitty gonna rip my arm off?
That cat... There's something in there, but I can't tell what it is. There's that...
Alright, well you're probably hungry. Would you like a white sausage? Somehow I don't think that's going to sate your appetite. If anything, we're going to give it to you, going to want more, and our arm is going to look just as delicious. Also, 6 marks for 1 sausage? Really? That will not keep him occupied for terribly long. That's like 1 mouthful. Well, let's try again. Would a medallion protect us from having our hand chomped off? Wait, what? Tags? I mean, I know what they are, but I didn't see those on the earlier shot. Yep, there they are. Percival and Hilda.
Hilda and Percival's tags. So much for the killer zoo wolves theory. Hilda and...
Yeah. Alright, that's good evidence. We should take that back to the police station. Oh, wait.
If I ever solve this case...
And we can only guess here by going to the police station, so I've definitely done things in the correct order. Alright, so I've got some interesting stuff that I'd like to show you. But this is probably a bad idea.
The sleazebag Lawson. I'm not about to give him back. I'm not sure what else to say.
What can I do with those?
I don't want to talk to Liebe. Besides, he's probably out looking for the Friendly Wanderer Club.
Klingman?
No point in going back in there at the moment.
No.
Just thinking about Von Glaubt.
I really thought we were going to get some hair, and we'd have to take it back here to do a comparison.
I don't need to do anything else at the lab. I don't need to go back to the Yuba's place right now.
Alright, so we're going back to Marienplatz. Can I go back here? I can, so... that sort of implies that perhaps we're not done yet. Even though I don't think there's anything else we can do. Moves to the side. I'll let this play out just in case we get something different when we go inside.
Come here. Come here.
He's probably going, why has he come and left 4 times and not discussed his brand new business plan? This guy's a bit of a weirdo, just quietly.
What can I do for you, Herr Knight?
So he thinks we are Von Zell, but he doesn't have Von Zell's name.
The sleaze.
What can I do with those tags? I'm not sure. Alright, so I've got a lot of editing to do on this video because I was coughing my lungs up earlier and I need to cut and I need to remove a couple of things which I screwed up by double clicking. I might call it here, and next time, we'll see if we can go hunting.
I'm not sure. I don't have anything else to say right now.
No. I can't think of anyone else here that we can speak to who can help us before, you know, all sorts of bad things happen, so I'm going to go over to the hunting club. I'll skip over there, and I'll see you next time.